of England has released new figures showing that levels of unsecured personal debt, that's things like credit cards, loans and overdrafts, grew again in January this year. This follows a pattern of unbroken growth in household debt now since 2013. Since then, overall nationwide levels of household debt have been steadily rising, and they've now nearly reached the levels that we saw just before the financial crisis in 2008. Now, this is concerning in and of itself. If you compare this growth in household debt to growth in wages over the same period, it shows something even more concerning. Based on today's new Bank of England figures, Jubilee Debt Campaign has calculated that household debt has grown 6 times faster than wages over the last 5 years. Now, this is yet more evidence that Britain faces a growing household debt trap, which is hurting the poorest families the most. Low wages, insecure work, rip-off lending and cuts to our social safety net mean more and more families up and down the country are having to borrow just to put food on the table and to cover basic needs. Research from the Joseph Rowntree Foundation late last year found that there are now 4 million people, that's 1 in 8 working people across the country who are now classified as in work poverty. Now, it's obvious that if work isn't paying and our welfare system isn't good enough anymore to make up the difference, then people will have no option but to borrow just to survive. And we also know that people on low incomes also face a poverty premium for access to credit, meaning that they get stung by super high interest rates and charges, which then plunge them even deeper into debt. This isn't right. We have enough wealth in this country for everyone to be able to have their basic needs met and to live a good life. That's why Jubilee Debt Campaign is calling for urgent action by the government to end this great British debt trap. To start with, we need to see urgent action on wages and on zero-hours contracts to make work pay. We need to see the minimum wage increased to at least £10 an hour, and we need a ban on zero-hours contracts. We also need urgent action to tackle rip-off lending and to tackle the burden of household debt, which is already weighing on families up and down the country. That's why, as part of the End the Debt Trap Coalition, Jubilee Debt Campaign is calling on the government to put an upper limit on interest rates and charges across all forms of consumer credit.